So let's do a short class that I'm calling the 3 Bs, starting with the breath, getting into the belly, and then the back side of the body. So breathing, belly, and backside. And this is really perfect if you've been sitting for a long period of time to reconnect with the breath. It's also great if you're newer to Pilates to really feel your core muscles or if you've just had a long day. All right, let's start on all fours. Yeah, it's a great place to connect to your core as well as breathing. So, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips, slide your shoulders down. Now, we're going to do a big breath in through the nose and allow your belly to just relax. So, it's just reaching towards the floor. We're going to try to keep our spine long here. And then exhale, draw the navel up towards the spine and feel that length without rounding just yet, just connecting to the belly. Inhale through your nose, expand the bottom lobes of the lungs, let your belly go. And then exhale, pull the navel up, lengthening the spine without changing the spine. Inhale, we'll do 3 more big breaths in through the nose. And then think of blowing through your lips, deepening your abdominals, pulling the belly in and up. 2 more. Inhale, allow that to just sink towards the mat. And exhale, keep sliding the shoulders down and lengthening the spine, getting longer. And we'll do 1 more. Inhale, just allow the belly to go. And then exhale, drawing that up. Now we'll try to keep the abdominals engaged here. We're going to do a little shifting. Good. So we're going to shift back towards your feet. Now, as you shift, think of lengthening through the crown of the head, but keep your tailbone reaching back, sit bones wide. And now exhale, come forward over your hands. And if you want to, you can come a little bit more forward, but it's really dependent on your wrist flexibility. And then we'll come back through center. Let's go ahead and just continue that. Now, as you shift back, think of lengthening through the crown of the head. So you keep lengthening the spine. Now, exhale, blow through the lips, deepen your abs, and shifting forward. Good. Let's go ahead and do a couple more. Now, keep the shoulders sliding down. Good. Reaching back, reaching the tail back, and exhale. Now, reaching through the crown of the head. We'll do 1 more here. Inhale. And exhale, coming back forward and just center yourself over the hands and the knees. We'll inhale. Now let's do a cat stretch. So round out from your tail. Good. Get a good stretch through the back and flexing the spine, dropping your head. Take an inhale into the back and the sides of the lungs. And then exhale, reach that tail back. Keep your abdominals engaged. Slide your scapula in and down and lengthen. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, pull the navel up, tuck your tail under, and round out the spine. Now stay here and give me a big breath. Try to expand the back of the rib cage. And then exhale, lengthen the tail out and away. Slide your scapula down and reaching through the crown of the head. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, draw the navel in. Good. And deepen your abs. Good. As you're pushing through the hands, think of pushing through the shins as well. Inhale and then exhale. Let's go ahead and lengthen out, pulling the chest through, sliding the shoulders down. Do 1 more. Inhale, make it feel good. Feel the big, expansive breath here. Inhale into the back of the ribs. And then exhale, let's go ahead and lengthen out, tail to the top of the head. Really good. We're going to roll over onto your back here. Good. So go ahead and meet me down on the mat. Good. And we will start with some spinal rolls here. Bring your feet in just about a foot away from the back of the sit bones. Good. Arms are long to your side. Good. Take a big breath in through the nose. Now, as you exhale, let's start with a little tail tuck and do a hip roll, pressing the hips up into the air. And then this might not be your biggest hip roll, kind of if you're just kind of warming up here. Make it feel good. Do what feels right for you. Do an inhale when you get to your top, and then exhale, soften the sternum to roll down. So we want to roll through the rib cage here. Good. Try to get through the lower back before the pelvis lands. Once the pelvis lands, tip your tail down so that the lower back ends up light. And we'll do a couple more there. Exhale. Let's do a hip roll. So it's a little bit of a tail tuck, rolling the spine up into the air. Good. Now press down equally through both inner and outer foot so you're not rolling to the outside of the foot or the pinky side. Take an inhale here and then exhale, softening through the sternum. Hug your ribs in and down, connecting to the belly here, and then release your pelvis down at the bottom. We're going to go 3 more. Inhale and exhale. You can use your arms here. Just press down through the arms, maybe the back of the shoulders as you do that hip roll, and just gradually get a little higher here. Take an inhale, reach your knees over the feet. So you're working, stretching out the front of the legs and the hips. Exhale to roll down. And we're starting to get into our back body here as well. Good. Do an inhale. 2 more. Exhaling, rolling up. Good. Articulating the spine off the mat. Good. Pressing your hips up, reaching your knees straight forward over the center of the foot. As you inhale, exhale, hug your ribs in and down. Delay the pelvis from coming down too quickly. Good. So you really feel that connection to the back of the legs. Good. And feel your belly. Big breath here. Inhale, last one. And exhale, roll the pelvis off, rolling the lower back, the bottom of the ribs. Good. And now middle rib cage up. You're resting on your kind of shoulder blades. Reach through the knees. Inhale. And then exhale. Once again, delay the pelvis as you're articulating through that upper back. Beautiful. Through the lower back. And then the pelvis lands. Excellent. Reach both arms up towards the ceiling, right up over the shoulders. We're going to get a little bit into the shoulder girdle as well as a rotation. And so reach your left fingertips up a little bit higher. That left shoulder will come off the mat a little bit. Let's lower that shoulder down. We're going to alternate right side. Let's inhale to reach and then exhale to lower and keep going like that. Inhale. Expand the bottom lobes of the lungs. Exhale. Let's glide that shoulder down. Inhale. Now notice this is kind of pulling you into a little bit of a rotation. And so let's just kind of increase that. So as you're lifting that left side, kind of lift that left side of the shoulder and allow the head to just roll there. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Keep feeling the belly here as you're lifting and just getting into a little mobility in that upper body. Good. This actually connects our shoulder girdle to our core. So as you lift that shoulder blade up, start to feel that underarm muscle. It's called the serratus anterior. That's really important for shoulder stabilization and also rotation. Let's do one more here. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Now I'll have you take your arms out to a letter T. Good. And we're going to do that same kind of rotation, but now with the pelvis and the legs. And so we're going to tip your legs over to your right. Yeah. And then keep the left shoulder down. And I'll have you keep looking at the ceiling and just go as far as you can keep that opposite shoulder down. Let's do an inhale here. Exhale, now contract your abdominals, pull your hips and your legs back to the center. Let's inhale. Exhale, we'll do these first few nice and slow. So over to the left, knees over to the left, right hip will come off. Keep the right shoulder down. Inhale, and then exhale, pull the belly in, and that will pull the hips, the legs back to center. And then we'll flow a little bit through that. Let's inhale, rotate over to your right. You can keep your shoulder down. Exhale, draw the abdominals in, coming back through center, legs to the left, right shoulder down. Take a big inhale and exhale back through center. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and do 4 more. Just getting some mobility in your hips. Inhale, exhale, as well as the lower back, getting some rotation. Kind of flushes out this area. Inhale, but make it feel good. Find your range. Exhale, coming back through center. Let's do one more. Inhale, legs over to one side, opposite shoulder down. Exhale, back through center. And one more. Inhale and exhale back through center. Okay, we're going to make our way up to a seated position. I'm going to suggest taking one leg up into a tabletop, hang on to the back of the thigh with the same hand and other side. Now start to press your hands and your thighs together. Good. And then nod your head, lift the head up. And if this doesn't work for you, just roll to your side and meet me in a seated position. But we'll do a little bit of a rocking here to kind of get ourselves up into a seated position. It's a little bit of a massage for the lower back, if that works for you. Take about 4 more here. Inhale, exhale, 3. Once again, if it doesn't work, just leave this out 2. And last one, let's lift all the way up. Good. And then we'll find a seated position here. Good. So hanging on to the thighs here, use your hands and your thighs to sit yourself up nice and tall. Good. Now you're actually actively using the hands here. Let's take an inhale. Now exhale, like we did with hip rolls, you're going to tuck the tail under and roll the hips back. Good. And just go to where your arms are lengthened or where you could still feel your abs. Good. Keeping the shoulders out of the ears. Take a big inhale here. Now stay here. Exhale. Give me an extra tail tuck. And you should feel a really good connection to the abs. Good. We'll do one more breath here. Take a big breath in through your nose. Now exhale, start with that tail tuck. Use your arms. We're going to round over the legs. You can open the knees up here if you're tighter in the hips. And then use your hands and sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, tail tuck will flow a little bit through that. Use your arms, tuck your tail under. Take a big breath into the back of the ribs. Exhale before you come up, tuck under one more time, and then round yourself forward. So you should feel a lot of core connection there. And lifting tall. 3 more. Exhale. Let's go ahead and roll yourself back. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, tuck under, deepen your abs. Let's go ahead and round forward. Really good. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, rolling the pelvis away from your femurs. So giving a little opening in the front of the hip. Take an inhale. Exhale, let's round forward with that deep abdominal connection. Inhale, sitting tall. Let's do one more. Exhale, rolling the pelvis back and away. Good. Just supporting with the arms, if that's okay. Take an inhale. Exhale, tail tuck. One last time. Give it a good connection to the abs. Beautiful. And then we will stack up. Okay, we're going to roll over onto our stomach. So let's go ahead and make your way around, and we will get a little bit more into the back body with our breath. I'm going to have you stack your hands, making a little pillow for your forehead. Good. And we're going to bend the knees. The knees will be wide on the mat. The heels are together. The toes are apart. So flex your feet, and we'll connect here. And so here you want to press your hips down into the mat and draw your belly up away from the mat. And we'll just take a breath here. Inhale, breathe into the back of the ribs. And then exhale, engaging your abdominals, pressing your hips down. And now we're just going to do a heel squeeze here. So you'll take a big breath here. Inhale. Now exhale, squeeze your heels together and feel that connection to the glutes, to the hamstrings. Now we're going to inhale, just release the pressure on the heels, but keep your heels together, and we'll continue that connection. Yeah. So exhale, squeeze your heels, feel the glutes and the hamstrings, deepen your abs, slide your shoulders down. Inhale, releasing the pressure. We're going to go 4 more. Exhale. Good. Glutes and hamstrings. There's your back body, but keep the belly engaged. Inhale. We're going 3 more. Exhale. No tension in the neck or the jaw. Keep sliding the shoulders down as we're working this back body. Good. And let's go ahead and do 2 more. Squeezing the heels. Good. And then inhale. That's it. And one more there. Beautiful. Releasing the squeeze of the heels, let's lengthen your legs out, reach them long on the mat. Now, you want to get that same feeling of engaging glutes and hamstrings with the legs long here. Good. And they're about hip distance apart if that works for you. Now, bring your head up to a hover and take your hands out to the sides of your shoulders. We're going to get a little upper back extension with the legs super strong and long. Take a big breath here into the ribs. Now, exhale, contract your belly, slide your shoulder blades back and down, and then pull your sternum through. And your eye level is just kind of forward of the edge of the mat there. Good. And working the upper back muscles. Do an inhale here, and then exhale. Let's go ahead and lower down. Take an inhale. Exhale, shoulder blades back and down. Here's the back body. Yeah, this gets really weak in the upper body if you do a lot of sitting and you don't counterbalance with some extension. Inhale and then exhale. We're going three more here. We got a big breath here. Inhale and then big belly connection. Good. As you slide your scapula in and down. Good. Do a big breath here. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's do one more. Inhale and exhale, sliding the scapula in and down. Inhale here and exhale. Beautiful. Take your hands back underneath your forehead. Good. And then just wiggle your hips out side to side. Good. So this is really great. Just release any tension in the lower back. Whether you've been doing Pilates or not, it's just a really good connection just to have. Now we're going to do one more thing to connect to the back body. I'll have you bring your head back to a hover. This time, bring your arms down to the side. And then this one, we're going to pull the shoulder blades together on your upper back. Turn your palms to face in. Good. And then squeeze the palms actually into your thighs. Now slide your fingers down towards your feet. It's not a big slide. Good, but you should feel your upper back muscles and a really good opening in the collarbones. Take an inhale. Now exhale, lower your nose back down to a hover and roll your shoulders forward, palms towards the ceiling. Inhale. Now exhale, belly connects. Pull the shoulder blades back on your back. Then squeeze your thighs. Exhale, slide your fingers towards your feet. Keep your glutes really active here, legs long. Inhale. And then exhale, lower your nose to a hover, roll your shoulders forward. Good. Three more. Inhale, roll your shoulders open, connect to that upper back, the scapula, squeeze your hands to your thighs. Exhale, slide them down. Good. It's like your long torpedo shape flying through the air. Inhale, and then exhale, lower your nose to a hover, roll the shoulders forward. We got two more. Inhale, roll the shoulders. Exhale, slide the fingers down, connecting to the back body. Really engage your glutes, particularly if you're engaged or if you feel your lower back. Feel your glutes and your legs long. And then we'll lower down. We'll do one more. Also with the abs, you really got to connect through the abs, the belly muscles. Good. One more. Roll the shoulders. Exhale, slide your fingers down and extend. Keep the glutes working. Pull the belly in. Inhale, and then we'll exhale, lower everything down. Let's take your hands underneath your shoulders, push yourself all the way back, and we'll sit onto the heels for kind of a modified kind of child's pose, or this is known as the pose of a child. But what you want to do is try to pull your abs in and up, and that's going to give you this really good stretch for the lower back. Good. Do one more breath there. Inhale and exhaling. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and roll yourself up. Now we're going to get into a mermaid position. And so let's go ahead. And a mermaid is like a Z sit here. Yeah. And this doesn't work for everybody, but it's a really good connection to get some side bending. Yeah. And so one leg is internally rotated, the other leg is externally rotated. And if this doesn't work for you, just sit in a cross-legged position. It's not necessary that this hip go all the way down or you force it down. You just don't want to feel anything in the knee. Yeah. Now, mermaid, referring to a tail. So this is where your tail is, where your legs are facing. So hang on to the shin of where the tail is. We'll lift your opposite arm up. Inhale, and then exhale, side bend up and over any amount. We'll inhale, lift tall, and then exhale, lower that arm down. Other side, we'll inhale. Now, as you go to this side, we're going to slide down to the forearm. Good, but careful of this bottom shoulder. Slide it down and reach overhead. Good, and we'll inhale and lift up. Let's do 2 more there. Inhale, hanging on to your tail. Exhale, side bend over. Nice. Take an inhale and then do what feels good. Whatever range of motion you have is perfect. The more you do this, the more range you have. Good. Push through the forearm, open through that ribs. Good. Inhale and exhale. We'll do one more time on this side. Inhale. Good. Let's exhale, going up and over. Good. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale, reaching overhead. Good. Inhale and exhale. Let's do that on the other side. Good. So usually each hip is a little different story. Yeah. And so whatever you have on the side, and if if this doesn't work for you on one side, you have a knee issue, it's fine to go into a cross-legged position. Good on one side as opposed to the other. We're hanging on to our tail here. Inhale, exhale, going up and over here. Good. Inhale, let's lift and exhale, other side. Inhale, exhale, sliding down onto your forearm here. Push a little bit into the forearm so you get that opening in the ribs. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Good. Finishing strong with our 3 Bs. Inhale, exhale, connect to the belly, reaching up and over. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, finding your abs here, doing a little pressure, opening through the ribs. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more connection here into our side bend. Exhale, up and over. Good. Inhale and exhale, and reaching up. Inhale, exhale. Let's side bend over. Good. Little pressure opening through the ribs. Good. Let's inhale and exhaling. Great. We will stop there for today. Hopefully that was helpful to connect to the 3 Bs for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day.